Sister wives. Janelle Brown is putting down some permanent roots with a new home after Kody Brown split. And Janelle Brown announces life-changing news after spending Thanksgiving heartbroken and keeping huge secret from villain Kody. Also, Christine Brown faces massive backlash for constantly comparing Devid and villain Kody's weddings amid red flags. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my 2S Gossip channel. The Sister Wives star is moving on from her marriage and moving into a new place. Janelle Brown is calling a new place her forever home following her split from ex-husband Kody Brown. Not West Virginia but my new home, the Sister Wives star, 55, captioned a Dec. 19 Instagram reel. The clip, set to John Denver's 1971 song, Take Me Home, Country Roads, showed miles of vacant land, including several trees and unpaved roads. Finally putting down some permanent roots. Doesn't look like much yet, but it will, her caption continued, making note of the undeveloped space. I like the wild feel that it has now and we are planning for many acres to stay that way for the benefit of the wildlife. At the end of the post, Janelle tagged Taeda Farms, a company she founded with her daughter Madison and son-in-law Caleb Brush, after the reality star decided she had a vision of retiring to a place where flowers bloom, and the serenity of nature. Janelle introduced fans to Taeda Farms in a Sept. 22 Instagram post of the trio looking ecstatic as they posed for a group photo outdoors. I am beyond excited to finally share our passion project with you, Taeda Farms, she announced. We'd love to invite you to come along on this wild, messy, and beautiful journey as we build Taeda Farms from the ground up, Janelle wrote, adding that things are not always glamorous when starting a business, but there's plenty of sweat, dirt, and learning along the way. Every single step is getting us closer to something truly special. We're turning hard work and heart into something beautiful, and we want you to be a part of it all. She wrote. Before ending her caption, Janelle shared the Taeda Farms motto, building beauty from the ground up. Before launching her brand, the TLC star explained why she was still living in Flagstaff, Aries, after she and Kody announced their separation in December 2022. One of the reasons I like living in Flagstaff is that 3 of my 6 kids are here, she confessed in a November 2023 Instagram post. I can randomly get a visit from Gabe or Garrison and Savannah is still at home with me. Janelle and Kody married in 1993, making her his second wife in their plural marriage after Meri Brown. Fellow sister wives Christine and Robyn later joined, though he's now only married to his 4th wife, Robyn. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown just shared a huge life update that will change her life for years to come. Janelle has been trying to live her best life since leaving Kody after being married for 29 years. She feels she can breathe again after no longer being in a disastrous relationship. There are so many aspects of her life that have improved, including launching an online t-shirt shop. However, her new life hasn't been easy. For most of 2024, Janelle's been mourning the loss of her son, Garrison Brown. She celebrated Thanksgiving last month while still heartbroken. Sister Wives Janelle Brown announced a brand new development in her life that she's really excited about. Janelle announces an exciting development in her life. The Sister Wives star now owns property in North Carolina. She posted a video that showed off the undeveloped land with lots of trees. Janelle admitted she's finally putting down some permanent roots. Right now, the property is like a blank canvas, but soon it'll be home. While she's planning to build a house, there will still be plenty of untouched nature afterward. She said, I like the wild feel that it has now and we are planning for many acres to stay that way for the benefit of the wildlife. In the comments section, someone asked her if she's planning on conducting soil tests due to the clay in the soil. Janelle answered in the affirmative, saying that once they start clearing the land, they will focus on the planning process, including those kinds of tests. She agreed with Rich RDU, who mentioned that gardening and farming in North Carolina requires people to work with the clay and not fight it, which Janelle called wise words. Janelle's excitement over her new property in North Carolina is palpable. She's able to create a space that's for her instead of one that's shared with a partner like Kody. It'll be a long and time-consuming process, especially since she's starting the home building process from scratch, as opposed to buying a house that's already built. However, she seems ready for the challenge. In a recent episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Janelle and Christine had a conversation in which the former mentioned looking around at different properties, including Montana and North Carolina. Christine got really excited after hearing the update. Janelle also admitted that she chose to keep Kody in the dark about this huge development in her life. Her thinking was that since he was no longer an important presence for her anymore, he didn't need to know. Janelle deserves all the best in her life right now after having to deal with Kody for many years. Now that she's officially announced her new property in North Carolina, hopefully, she'll continue updating her social media followers every step of the way as she begins building her dream home. With the various cast members going their separate ways, there's no guarantee that Sister Wives will return for another season. If that's the case, then the only way to stay up to date on Janelle's property and all the other fantastic developments in her life going forward will be on social media. Christine Brown has annoyed some Sister Wives viewers by repeatedly comparing her new relationship with Devid to her past with Kody Brown. The Utah native was formerly a polygamous woman. She lived with Kody and his 3 wives, hoping that was what her faith demanded. Unfortunately, Christine struggled to find inner happiness despite her sacrifices. She felt alone and depressed because of Kody's lack of interest in her. In November 2021, Christine ended her polygamous relationship and resumed focusing on her happiness. She got into a relationship with Devid and married him within a year of meeting him. Christine has been comparing her fairytale marriage to Devid to her unhealthy relationship with Kody for quite some time now. Many viewers have become annoyed by her behavior, feeling she is acting desperate to prove her new relationship is better. Recently, a Redditor Evan's Home for Boys started a thread on Reddit, stating, "If I have to hear Christine say, 'When I got married to Kody, one more time I will lose my mind.'" Hundreds of fans upvoted the Reddit thread and expressed their agreement. A Redditor, Naive Indication 2562, commented, "It is so cringe to talk about that in front of your new man. Just say." And one wrote, "It is so unhealthy to constantly compare your new relationship to your new one. Move on." It is reasonable for Christine to compare her previous relationship with Kody to her current marriage to Devid. She endured nearly 30 years in that relationship devoid of genuine love. Christine never felt like a true wife to Kody, as he only had eyes for his 4th wife, Robyn Brown. Now that Christine is in a fulfilling relationship with Devid, she can finally share with Sister Wives viewers the experiences she missed out on by staying with the wrong man. Her story has the potential to inspire others in similar situations who are involved with narcissistic partners. While Christine's relationship with Devid is displaying some red flags, it is understandable that she prefers it over her time with Kody. Christine is enjoying her new marriage because Devid treats her like a queen, caring for her and giving her his undivided attention, something Kody never did in their 30 years together. As of December 2024, Christine has only been married to Devid for a year, but it is completely logical for her to feel that it's a much better relationship than her 28-year polygamous marriage to Kody. Fans are justified in feeling irritated by Christine constantly comparing her new marriage to her old one. However, it's difficult to blame her for making those comparisons, considering what she has been through. Christine likely compares her relationship with Devid to her past with Kody because she's on TV. Perhaps producers ask her about it, prompting her to share her feelings during confessionals. While it may not be wise for Christine to discuss her past relationship in front of Devid, she probably knows that her husband will understand that it's only for Sister Wives and not because she misses Kody. Sister Wives viewers' jaws have dropped as Kody Brown has finally confessed that he raised his kids in a cult. Yes, you read that right. He has upfront admitted that most of his children were raised in a cult, and things went wrong in the process. But that's not all. Kody is now making some shocking confessions that no one really saw coming. He is holding himself accountable for a change, and fans simply aren't able to believe their eyes. What is this all about? What did Kody confess? Were his kids really raised in a cult? Sister Wives star Kody Brown has been a part of the Mormon fundamentalist group for a long time. He followed the teachings of the Apostolic United Brethren, AUB, Moreover, the celebs' wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, were also part of the faith as they entered into the plural marriage world. However, almost all of them have left their faith, including Kody. Amid all this, daughters Aurora and Brianna revealed their new religion and church. The latter even claimed that she wanted to find another church so she could date a man with the same beliefs. Hence, it appears that these two have finally found a new church, and they don't follow Kody's beliefs and faith at all. However, there is a lot more to the story because Kody makes some shocking confessions. Sister wives. Kody confessed to raising his kids in a cult. Kody Brown isn't holding during Sister Wives season 19, and he is candidly making confessions. During a recent episode, he went on a date with Robyn and talked about his kids and cult. The celeb revealed that his wife wanted to take their children to church shopping. Kody even noted, "You're getting into something that turns out to be kind of cult. Why?" Kody talked about losing kids and admitted that there were many reasons for it. He added, "You can lose your children in a divorce, or you can lose your children to a cult." The celeb noted that a person could lose their children to a bad marriage, as well as disagreements. However, viewers were quick to note that Kody finally confessed that he and his entire family were actually following a cult. He has talked about his religion and faith several times, but he never really regarded it as a cult. But now it appears that Kody isn't hesitating to do so. While viewers were in disbelief at this confession, others didn't agree with his point. Several Redditors noted that Kody never really lost his kids to a cult, but it was his own partiality and ignorance that led to this estrangement. A user wrote, "You can lose your children from not giving a shit about them." Another one added, "Kody ranting about culty religions was the most interesting part of the episode." Hence, it is evident that viewers aren't taking a step back, and they are slamming Kody. Sister Wives stars Meri Brown and her husband Caleb Brush are the proud parents of 2 children. But, are they interested in expanding? Fans know Maddie has more than a dozen siblings because her father Kody has children with 4 different wives. So, it would make sense for her to find a large family comforting. But, we also know that none of Kody Brown's children have expressed an interest in his polygamous lifestyle. That, however, doesn't mean Maddie might not want a lot of children with her husband Caleb. So, are Caleb and his wife interested in having more children? Meri Brown Brush had a Q&A session on her Instagram stories over the weekend. This is something reality TV stars often do on their Instagram stories. It is a way to pass the time, interact with their fans, and answer a few questions. One of the many questions Sister Wives fans asked Maddie over the weekend was simple. Will she and her husband Caleb Brush be having additional children in their future? Meri Brown's answer to the question came attached to a black and white photo of one of her children. It was a photo of her son Axel. He was covering his ears with a huge smile on his face as he looked off into the distance. There was a bit of shrubbery hanging beside him in the photo. Meri Brown Brush exclaimed, "Yes," in response to the question. Turns out, she and her husband Caleb Brush are very interested in having more children. She added, "I hope so," to her answer before posting it to her Instagram stories in response to the question. Both of their children have medical conditions. Raising children hasn't been easy for Maddie and Caleb Brush as both of their children do have some medical conditions. Evie was diagnosed with facto. And, Axel was diagnosed with childhood apraxia of speech, CAS. So, some Sister Wives fans admit they are a little surprised Maddie and Caleb Brush are interested in more children given the struggles with the 2 they have. Meri Brown Brush's desire to have more children despite their challenges, however, can also be viewed as a show of her strength and greatness as a mother. Meri Brown and her husband Caleb Brush are interested in having another baby. In her recent Instagram Stories Q&A session, she made it clear she was excited to have more children. She, however, didn't clarify how many more children she wanted. Many Sister Wives fans admit it is admirable of them to want more children given the medical challenges that have come with the 2 children they already have. After learning Maddie and her husband Caleb did want another baby, Sister Wives fans wondered if their new baby would also be at risk of having facto. Was this a genetic condition? As we previously reported, Meri Brown has got candid about her daughter Evie's condition a few different times. Being such a rare condition, there is a lot that isn't known about facto. But Meri Brown did her best to answer the question on her Instagram stories. Fibular aplasia, tibial campomelia and oligosyndactyly aka facto is a rare genetic condition that hinders proper bone development. Meri Brown was very open about her daughter's condition on Instagram. When Evie was born, Caleb and I found out our precious little girl was missing more than just one finger. She was missing 3 fingers, a toe in her fibula. She also had a bowed tibia, a shortened forearm and some fusing in her fingers. It was at this point, the doctors diagnosed her with Fatco syndrome. The condition forced Maddie and Caleb to make a difficult decision. The couple decided to amputate their daughter's foot. A decision they received a fair amount of backlash for. Maddie, however, has repeatedly reassured her followers a heavy amount of research went into this decision. Research that included speaking to others impacted by this condition. By definition, facto is a genetic condition. Does that, however, mean any additional children they have are at risk of having facto as well? Fortunately, Maddie did the best she could to offer a little information on this during a recent Q&A session on her Instagram stories. Meri Brown explained that facto is classified as a genetic anomaly. She proceeded to explain they weren't really sure why Evie had facto. In Evie's case, nothing that they know of caused it. It's genetic as in it wasn't in utero, but they can't tell where her generic makeup would have caused it. Genetic is a rapidly changing field and discoveries are made every day. One day we may have an answer, or for now, it's just something that randomly happened in her genome. Facto is an exceptionally rare condition. So, it would be extremely unlikely that Maddie and Caleb would have another baby with the condition. But it isn't impossible. Just highly unlikely. Sister Wives fans turned to Meri Brown recently for some advice on raising a child with apraxia. Fortunately, the TLC personality was happy to offer some advice. Sister Wives star Meri Brown hosted a Q&A session on her Instagram stories over the weekend. She offered her followers the opportunity to ask her questions. Then, she would pick and choose which ones to answer. As we previously reported, fans asked questions involving her religion and whether she wanted to have additional children. Fans even wanted to know if there was a chance her future children could also develop facto. Fortunately, Maddie was very chatty with her fans. She was an open book. Happy to answer a wealth of questions. It wasn't too long ago that Caleb and Maddie's son Axel was diagnosed with childhood apraxia of speech, CAS. Or, at least, it wasn't too long ago that Meri Brown really started opening up about the condition. The condition makes it difficult for a child to make the proper movements necessary when speaking. This, in turn, can make it difficult for a child to learn to speak. The condition can be frustrating for a child because it isn't that the child doesn't understand the words. The child just has a hard time getting the words to come out of their mouth correctly. Meri Brown admitted that speech therapy helped her son tremendously. Though, she recognizes her son is behind other kids his age when it comes to his speech milestones. She, however, had a fan admit their child was recently diagnosed with apraxia. And they wondered if Maddie had any advice. Fortunately, she did. Meri Brown admits that they lean pretty heavily on speech therapy. And she notes the importance of having a very open dialogue with her son's therapists. She explains having open and honest communication with her son's therapist has been a key to his success. Sister Wives stars Christine and Janelle Brown decided to make an escape with the kids, enjoying a road trip during the Coyote Pass delays. As plans to build on their property stall, the two sister wives jumped in the car with the kids. Christine and Janelle both shared fun images of their outing. Read on to find out where they went and see the photos. Gwendlyn Brown and her rumored girlfriend spent some time together in Flagstaff, Arizona recently. The Sister Wives star's rumored girlfriend took to her Instagram to share several photos of herself hanging out with Gwendlyn. The photos were a bit blurry, but it was clearly the rumored lovebirds spending some time together, with nothing more than the word, Christine and Janelle Brown of Sister Wives Frustrated with the delayed plans to build new homes on their Coyote Pass property in Arizona, Christine and Janelle Brown made a plan. Everyone jumped into the car and headed off to Universal Studios for some fun. Of course, getting away from Kody Brown also has its benefits. The two sister wives posed for a group photo with Christine's daughter Truely, 11, and Janelle's daughter, Savannah, 16 in front of the iconic globe at Universal. In the post, made on October 10, Christine, 49, wrote that Universal Studios was so much fun today. She wrote that this was especially so as Truly has been reading the Harry Potter books. Fun at Universal Studios. After posting the image of the wizarding world of Harry Potter, Christine shared an image of them waiting in line for the Revenge of the Mummy ride. Meanwhile, Christine's son Paedon commented on Christine's photos, writing that they were all so lucky and that he missed them all so much. Meanwhile, Janelle, 52, also shared an image of the girls posing in front of the flying Ford Anglia made famous in the movie Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. She wrote in her caption that they were having a blast during their trip to Universal Studios. Sister wives past road trip to Utah. In an earlier road trip to Utah, Christine had fun spending time with Paedon and her other children. In fact, Aspyn and Mykelti and her daughter, Avalon went with them. At that time, the family headed to Oktoberfest in Snowbird. It was loads of fun while they celebrated the fact that the show has been renewed for season 16. As reported by The Sun, since that trip, Christine has sold her home in Flagstaff. So far, it is not known where she will move next. This is especially so after her hopes were dashed about moving back to Utah. Meanwhile, the family plans to build on their Coyote Pass land. That is one subject that will come up in season 16, where Kody will talk to each of them about Christine's wish to move to Utah. This talk is reportedly set to receive a resounding no from all of them. Meanwhile, despite the fact that construction is yet to start on the Coyote Pass land, Janelle is the first of the sister wives to live there in an RV. TLC just dropped a trailer teaser for Sister Wives season 16. In the comments, fans of the TLC series are stoked for the new season. Their excitement, however, doesn't stem from looking forward to seeing their favorite family. The excitement stems from something a bit darker. Turns out, they are looking forward to seeing some of Kody's wives finally walk away from him for good. Sister Wives season 16 trailer. End of an era. Last season of Sister Wives focused pretty heavily on the struggles between Kody and Meri's relationship. The season 16 trailer, however, reveals the struggles have branched out to nearly all of his wives. In fact, the trailer features Meri, looking pretty put together standing next to Janelle and Christine, who are both falling apart. Janelle reveals she's at her wit's end. And Christine doesn't want to pretend to be in a marriage that isn't working. Moreover, she's finding it harder and harder to see Kody working so perfectly with Robyn while struggling to be with her. Some fans have wanted TLC to cancel the series for a few seasons now. They've grown tired of watching the family bicker at each other. Moreover, the point of the show was to watch Kody Brown and his polygamist family. Fans wanted to know more about how this family worked. But the family is falling apart and doesn't seem to be working at all. As Kody and his wives drift further and further apart, the show strays farther and farther from the purpose of the show when it first started. And fans don't really want to continue to watch how a polygamist family doesn't work. Sister Wives. Will Kody and Robyn Brown be alone together? Sister Wives fans suspect it is only a matter of time before Kody loses 3 of his 4 wives. Fans believe Kody only really loves Robyn. Moreover, they don't think Robyn really wants to share Kody with her sister wives. Now, fans don't exactly like Robyn. So, no one is going to be interested in the series continuing if all of Kody's marriages end, with the exception of his marriage with Robyn. SW star Janelle Brown got lucky and escaped the first snow in Flagstaff, Arizona. She happily shared this with fans on social media, revealing where she was able to run off to. So, what is Janelle up to if she's not at home in the snow? In a new Instagram post, Janelle revealed that she's at Disneyland in California. The TLC star shared a snap of the Halloween decorations all set up. The photo was taken when it was already dark, so it looks gorgeous with all of the lights. At the end of the path, there's a Mickey Mouse jack-o'-lantern all lit up too. She wrote, Halloween time at Disneyland is a lot of fun. Janelle planned her trip to Disneyland perfectly. As fans know, she lives in Flagstaff, Arizona. ABC 15 Arizona reports that Flagstaff just had its first snowfall this week. Even though it's technically still autumn, some areas are already experiencing winter weather. Though Janelle won't be able to avoid the snow all season, she was lucky enough to get away this time. It looks like she truly enjoyed her time in Disneyland, especially during Halloween time. In response to Janelle's new post, fans are commenting and saying that they wish they could be at Disneyland right now. A few Sister Wives fans even saw Janelle there in person. One fan said, I totally saw you. Hope you had fun. Another adds, I totally saw you while I was waiting in line at Starbucks yesterday. It doesn't look like too many of them actually had a chance to talk to her, because, after all, Disneyland is a big place and it would be tricky to find her. Someone writes, I was there too, I was keeping my eye out for you guys but did get a chance to see you. Hope you guys had a great time. Plenty of other fans are commenting and saying how beautiful, or wonderful, the picture is. They hope to see more of Janelle's trip out of Flagstaff. It's unclear how long she will be at Disneyland. We talk often, the TLC star continued. They're doing well. Sister Wives star Kody Brown has introduced many friends throughout the show. Some of them are his childhood friends, while others are his co-polygamist people. However, one of them was recently arrested for domestic violence. Kody's friend Nathaniel appeared in the 7th season of Sister Wives. He was introduced as another polygamist who had 2 wives, Rebecca Richard, and Christina Booning. Rebecca is his legal wife, which is similar to Kody and Robyn's marriage now. However, it was reported that he separated from his wives and divorced Rebecca in 2022. According to an insider, men in the polygamist circle are starting to see a pattern in which the women mock their husbands, similar to what Kody's ex-wives did to him. The source also points fingers at the reality show for showing the negative side of polygamy instead of promoting it. Kody's friend Nathaniel arrested for domestic violence. Some Redditors react to the recent arrest of Nathaniel Richard. The former Sister Wives star was charged with 3rd-degree domestic assault. He was reportedly arrested on December 12 but has already posted a bond. The op also showed Nathaniel's mugshot, wearing a plain gray shirt. It's unclear who the victim of his crimes was. Nathaniel has 9 kids, all of whom are from his first wife. But unlike the Browns, the Richard family is more discreet about their lives. They road-tripped to see his fam. They all have to look each other in the eye as they take their first bite of a meal, which I always thought was the Dargers, but was reminded in this sub recently that it was this guy. This guy also treated his family like they were in the military. And he and Kody bonded over being fellow gun nuts. He gave me the ick. This doesn't surprise me about that guy in the least. This guy was particularly grimy. He took on another wife BC, God told him to, and his wife agreed, kicking and screaming. He already knew which woman he wanted to wife and the wife claimed God told her who the woman was after praying. These men are always so gross and having multiple wives just gives them a big ego and an excuse to act horrible all the time. Sister Wives, the Richards screen time from Season 7. Meri Brown expressed sympathy for Nathaniel's second wife, Christina, for going through infertility struggles. Rebecca and Christina only had a few minutes of screen time from the show. Fans may remember the Brown family paying a visit to the Richards during Season 7. Nathaniel showed how his wife baked for him and complained about how he couldn't cuddle with one of his wives while she was baking. The Richards also revealed that they don't use the term sister wives. Instead, they like to call their group as BFF. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think about this video? Told on comment box and subscribe our channel.